War. What is it good for? Well, according to Edwin Starr, absolutely nothing. But according to a lot of economists and politicians, it's actually really good for the economy. But is that true? Well, at the outset of the US entry into World War II, the country was experiencing double-digit unemployment for over a decade. Businesses had shut down, investors were literally throwing themselves from windows, and poverty was rampant. Then, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and the next thing you know, industry was booming. Unemployment dropped to next to nothing as a result of the draft. The gross domestic product of the United States skyrocketed due to wartime spending. And while no one would argue that Pearl Harbor or the fall of France or the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were inherently good things, there is no shortage of economists that see the additional government spending and activity during war and come to the conclusion that war spending improves the economy. But to say that war is good for the economy is a little like saying the electrical outage that put millions of Texans in the dark for several days is somehow a model of prosperity. After all, if you were in the business of repairing the electrical grid, business was booming. But sadly, they're just replacing what was lost. Nothing new is being added. Genuine prosperity results from people working together to build, innovate, and create the products and services that continually improve our lives. Every time we have to divert resources to build something in response to a crisis, or repair something that was damaged as a result of war, it equals resources and opportunities lost toward building something that we really wanted. I find it interesting that the same politicians and economists that seem to believe that widespread destruction brings prosperity never seem to want to start with the destruction of their wealth. When was the last time a politician set fire to their own house in order to spur economic activity within the home building industry? Look, sometimes war is necessary, and winning World War II was certainly necessary. But to suggest that running up government debt or diverting resources and labor toward the destruction of people, factories, and farmland is somehow good for the economy misunderstands what the purpose of economic development is in the first place. I'm Nick Freitas. Thank you for joining us on the Why Minutes, where every week we tackle a new issue, ask the why, in order to get to the bottom of the ideas, philosophies, and principles which shape our world. Please join us at thewhyminutes.com.